Here comes the spoiler. Why don't you all look at the same moving average that everyone is looking at? In today's video, we're talking about the top-down analysis method that you can use with moving averages. Moving averages can be your dynamic support and resistance and the best thing for your trends. So, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and you know what to do. It's time for another little episode at the coffee shop. What up, guys, and welcome to the coffee shop. This is your host and Baristo, and I'm back with an update to the Zero Lag Multi Timeframe moving average. And this moving average is a really cool tool for you guys to use if you like using moving averages as dynamic support and resistance, which they often act as they do. Now, the reason that they act as dynamic support and resistance is because people often trade at crossing values of moving averages. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about when moving averages cross each other. I'm talking about when price crosses a moving average, okay? That is a way for you to know that you should be only looking at long trades or only looking at short trades, right? So what's so special about this indicator? Well, I made a video the other day about its release. Multi-timeframe. Oh, look at that. It's not available in the community. I guess you'll have to get it privately, right? You'll be able to get it in the description below. Just click the link and you'll get right over there and you'll be able to add this to your chart. Make sure you make it one of your favorites because you cannot search for it in TradingView. You will have to have it as your favorite, okay? What's the purpose of using a multi-time frame moving average? Well, this is better than the one that comes from TradingView because it gives you real-time values. There's no waiting for higher time frame candles to close. For example, I'm looking at, well, so there's not a whole lot of mix-up. Let me just kind of back the chart up to here, all right? If you notice, all three moving averages are closing at the same point. They're here, here, and here. They're all next to each other. However, if I was using the general ones that comes from TradingView or from other developers on TradingView, you would see that the highest time frame moving average, it's not closing in the same place as my current candle. Instead, it's closing back here somewhere, which is really not going to be good for you because you want to know when price comes down to this level, like where is the moving average? Because it's been rising since. You want to know what's going on with that, right? So that's the purpose of using this particular type of system. You can use moving averages as a way to determine your top-down analysis, right? Your highest time frame is your support and resistance as well as your trend. Your medium time frame is your trading trend, right? And your current time frame lets you know if you are with the trend or against the trend, right? That's basically what you're doing. And that's why I have these marked out here. And I know a lot of you are gonna ask me like, what is the values that you use for the moving averages? Right now, I think I'm using a 14 period. Yeah, I'm here. We'll go to 14 period. I use a 14 period because I like comparing the moving averages and the price position to my RSI, which is the kill zone. And let me put it back to the way it's supposed to be. High time frame RSI. So I compare my price and moving averages to how reactions are taking place inside of the RSI. I just do that, right? Now you can get your copy of the kill zone as well. You can always find it if you look for RC kill zone. You can find it in there. Just go ahead and add it to your chart. You're good to go. Now, this isn't about the kill zone, it's about the moving average. Now, what's the benefit of using this as opposed to the other moving averages? Well, I covered that in the original video, which the link for that is also in the description below. But if you think about the methods that are used as a top-down analysis, here's a perfect example. When you are trading on one time frame. The big complication that I see is that people will use a 9-period moving average plus a 20-period moving average and then a 200-day moving average. And like, why are you picking these numbers? Why don't you all look at the same moving average that everyone is looking at, right? So if I'm using a 14-period moving average, or better yet, let's switch to a 20, right? Let's go to a 20-period moving average. Okay, go to 20 period because most people use a 20 period moving average, right? So if you're using a 20 period moving average and your trading chart is a 3-minute chart, then that means there are people on a higher time frame than you using a 20 period moving average. And there's people on a higher time frame than them using a 20 period moving average. Makes sense, right? So if the higher time frame people are doing things according to price reactions of a 20 period moving average on their chart, you should be able to see that moving average. Now, this eliminates the process of having to go from your 3-minute to your 15-minute to your 30-minute, like switching the time frames. This is showing you all 3 moving averages on one chart on your whatever time frame that you tell the script you're looking at. That's it, right? So as an example, I'm telling the script that I'm looking at a 20-period moving average. That's what I want to see, okay? And there's other settings for it. We won't get into that. You can set Bollinger Bands on 2 different time frames, right? You can look at current time frame Bollinger Band, and you can look at high time frame Bollinger Band. And when they intersect each other, you can wait for them to cross over, and then you start trading into that direction. So where Bollinger Bands cross over on 2 different time frames, that's where you end up getting a lot of choppy market, right? So because price is stuck between the bands. I'm looking at a 20-period moving average. That's all I'm looking at is one 20-period moving average, but it's looking at it on 3 different charts, right? And then I'm going to tell the script, what is my current chart time frame? Okay, my current chart time frame is a 3-minute. I want to see the there's a methodology that I use, right? I like multiplying my time frames by 3. So if my current chart is 3 minutes, okay, my next time frame is 9 minutes, and the time frame after that is 27 minutes, because I always look 3 time frames, right? 3 time frames different than where I'm trading. So what's the benefit of doing this? Okay, well, you want to know if your price is above your current moving average and or, not only, and or your 2 current moving averages are moving in the same direction as each other. If they are, you have a nice, strong, healthy trend. They have to be right side up and moving in the same direction. Now, they don't necessarily have to be right side up. One can be underneath the other, right? The white one, let's say, can be underneath, right, the yellow one. So this would be your current time frame. This would be your higher time frame, and this is your highest time frame. If you look here, right, you can see that your moving average is rising and this one is flat. There are times where your current moving average could be rising back towards that secondary moving average, which means you're getting a nice strong trend, okay? That's what that means. I just want you to understand that, okay? And it's simply about the direction of the moving averages. Now, I understand everybody's gonna say moving averages are lagging. That's fine, they can be lagging, but they're telling you a story. We'll get into the strategy videos on a different day. As a matter of fact, I have a little surprise event coming up, which you guys could join in on, ask some live Q&A, and get some information on the secrets to using moving averages, right? So if your first 2 moving averages are healthy and moving in the same direction, you've got a nice strong trend until your price crosses below that second moving average. When it does that, even once, that means you are able to break 2 moving averages. So something's pushing against you, right? Something's pushing against you. Now, this just means that you have a nice, strong, healthy trend. But where you are compared to that 3rd moving average determines the direction of your trades. That's what you should be doing, right? So without having this highest time frame moving average, the 30-minute moving average, you would never know, right? You would never know that at this point, price crossed above the highest time frame moving average. This would be the equivalent of having a 200 period moving average. But there's really no point in having a 200 period moving average on your current chart if you don't know where the 200 period moving average is on the higher time frame chart. What's the point? Not everyone is using the 200 on your chart, but a lot of people are using the 200 on different charts. You should be able to see the same one as everyone else, right? So for example, at this point, you would have noticed that price has crossed above my highest time frame, and the other 2 moving averages are in a nice, healthy trend right now. That's what's happening. And as you can see, price crosses above the highest time frame, the blue one, but the other 2 moving averages, see them? They're moving towards each other. That's not healthy. Price crosses below it, this one's flat, no good. Price crosses above the highest one, and what's happening again? Your other 2 moving averages, they're moving towards each other. You don't have a healthy trend, even though you crossed above, right? And again, you cross above, now everything, even by 1 bar, everything is moving upwards at this point. So this is telling you clearly from this point that you have an uptrend pending. No more ranging market. You're going to get an uptrend. It's going to happen. You just need to wait for the right action of the move. And going forward, obviously in the chart, you could see that what happens here, right? Price gets below your current one. It gets below your medium one, but you're still above the highest time frame. It's not until here you get below the highest time frame, right? And what are your other two moving averages doing? Take a look at them, right? Take a look at both of these other moving averages. They're moving down, right? So your price crosses below your highest time frame. That means your price has crossed the 20-period moving average of a time frame you're not even looking at. So you must have a downtrend coming up. Why? Well, because the other two moving averages are starting to turn over. So you have short trades coming up, right? And then price again crosses above, but you don't have a healthy trend. And when that happens, you have range. See? Range. No good. So this is a very good tool to use if you want to determine that you have ranges coming up, price action changes taking up, if you have a complete change of character taking up, structure is still being broken, or structure will no longer be broken. And what I'm going to do is on January 13th, okay, I'm going to announce probably tomorrow or over the weekend. I'll let you guys know what the time and date is going to be. I'll be announcing it on coffeeshopcrypto.net. Go to coffeeshopcrypto.net, okay? On the website or emailed from the website, I'm going to send everybody an invitation, okay, to join me in a live Q&A, and I'm going to show you some special little secrets that you can use on using moving averages and being able to find points where in the future price will reverse. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to join me. Sorry, I had a little glitch on my camera, so I had to like pause the video and then like start it again. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to join me on coffeeshopcrypto.net, and I want you to watch out for that email that I'm going to be sending out to everyone. And you'll be able to join me for some live Q&A. I'm going to be doing it for a few days in a row, right? I'm going to make myself available for you guys for like 3 days. And it's going to be some live Q&A strategies on how do you use this. Everybody who wants to join that, they will have access to the kill zone. Okay, I'm going to give you guys access to the kill zone for 10 days, right? As long as you join this little live Q&A, all right? And the reason for that is because I want you guys to see how effective these strategies are, okay? And how effective this specific indicator is. And like this is really a beast, okay? But you need to have like very fine-tuned, understandable strategies to be able to use these. You don't just use it by yourself, you have to use it in combination with something. And I figure moving averages would be the easiest thing for you guys to use it with, all right? So all that being said, so there's a lot of information right there. Love to have you guys on board for that live Q&A. I will actually be available for like 10 days. So I am like back in the area for a little while. And yeah, so make sure you hit me up, drop the comments below, make sure you follow the link, like and subscribe to this channel, do all those good things, okay? And yeah, coming up shortly, there will be many more things from the coffee shop. Peace out.